Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and into another Budget With Me cash stuffing envelope. We are working with paycheck number 3 this week, which means that it's just my husband's paycheck as he gets paid every week and I get paid every other week. So if you are new here, welcome to my channel. We love to have you as part of our family here on YouTube. And for those of you guys who keep coming back, thank you so very much. And if sinking funds and cash envelopes is your thing, stick around and keep on watching. Alright y'all, so you're gonna have to excuse the cough. I do live in the Midwest and right now allergies are crazy. Plus I still have a slight cough from whenever I had COVID. For those of you guys who don't know, I do work in a doctor's office and the entire staff was exposed to COVID and ultimately got COVID, so we ended up having to shut down for 14 days. It was a big long thing. I'm fine. I didn't really have too many symptoms. I had a headache, I had a cough, I had some upper respiratory infection kind of symptoms, and other than that I did pretty well. My husband or my kids, none of them ever even got sick. So we are on the mend, but I still have like this lingering cough, and I don't know if it's from the fall time allergies getting ready to kick in. My allergies are usually the worst in the fall. So I don't know if that's what's going on or what, but if I'm coughing, that's why. It's because I still have this little cough situation from having the plague. All right, so, and we work in healthcare. I work in a doctor's office, so it's kind of inevitable that we got sick. I'm glad that we all got sick at one time and we shut it all down, and everybody is doing just fine. So, so paycheck number 3, like I said, we only get one paycheck on the 3rd. Well, every other week I get a paycheck, so we have 2 paychecks. This week is only my husband's paycheck. So what we have going on right here is his paycheck was like $744 and some change. I don't generally mess with change. I just leave that in the checking account. And for those of you guys who are new here, what we do is we're a month ahead on our bills. So the entire month of September, I take out $304 out of every single paycheck that we have. That is 6 paychecks. If I happen to get YouTube money or Etsy money, then we consider that a bonus. And I don't usually take this $304 out of those paychecks. This is just our normal paychecks. We take $304 out of every single one, and that adds up in our checking account for next month's bills. Our bills consist of about $1,800 or so. So I am setting this money back so that on October 1st I can go through and pay every single bill that we have, which is the way that I do things. If you're interested in getting a month ahead, I would suggest starting a sinking fund. Calculate all your bills that you're gonna have and start getting money into that sinking fund. And once you've reached your threshold of how much bills that you have for the month and you have that money set aside, go ahead and deposit that in the bank and become a month ahead of your bills. Another way that you can do it is wait until you get your tax return, set that money aside. We have a completely separate checking account for our bills opposed to any other things that we might need. So $304 goes into one specific checking account out of every single paycheck, so that's 6 paychecks. And then I take all of that money and I will pay all the bills at one time, and then I'm done and over with the bills, and I don't have to mess with the bills. I don't have to think about the bills anymore. I can just start setting back the money again for the next month. Okay, so what we got going on here, so that leaves us with $440 cash. However, in this instance, I transferred or I left $100 in my checking account so that I can do online grocery pickup. I usually do budget $100. And this weekend I'm just extremely busy. Like, I don't have time to go into the grocery store. So I did order groceries online and I budgeted myself $100 for that, and I will be purchasing that So I just left that money in the checking account there. So that's going to leave us with $340. We're going to be stuffing $210 into our cash envelopes and $130 into our sinking funds. I don't like the weeks that we both don't get paychecks because I can't stuff as much money as I would like to. But I guess that's just the way that it goes, right? So I wish I got paid every week too. That would make my life a little bit easier. But you can only do what you're working with. So there's that. So the first thing I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to pull out the leftover cash out of certain envelopes that we have here. This is my cash envelope system. I used to use the Happy Planner, like skinny Happy Planner covers and whatnot. You guys who've been around my budgeting videos know how I used to do them, but I've since upgraded into a more secure, like I like these zipper envelopes. And just so you guys know, I know a lot of folks commented on my last video. I hope to have these up in my shop on next Friday. So you will see these pop up next Friday. And also all of the cash envelopes that I have in my shop currently, I'm going to be marking those as a discontinuation sale. So I'm going to be getting rid of those at 50% off if you're interested. Please, my Etsy store is in the box below. The description box, I guess is what we call it. So you can go and check that store out. The plain envelopes will be available in the store, and then you have the option to customize them if you want to. And also I'm going to have some of these binders up for sale. I think that I'm going to do like a set where you get like a binder, like a starter kit, and get a binder and like 6 envelopes in here. You can choose to have the envelopes plain, of course, or you can choose to have the vinyl put on them. So be on the lookout for that. I'll have several different types of binders like this. Like I'll have this one, and then I'll have some of these clear ones, and then I have a holographic one. I ordered several of these, and I ordered several of these, so I have these in stock. I will have a more holographic one, not necessarily one like this, but it's gonna have like the whole thing's gonna be kind of like a holographic thing. These took too long to come in, so I don't feel like I should be waiting around that long for these, whereas the other ones I got in fairly quickly. So I'll have a couple options for you guys if you guys are interested. Sorry, here is my credit cards. Anyway, so not my credit cards, that's really just my debit card. So deposit, I don't have anything in there. Groceries, I would normally pull the money out of here, but I spent every penny this week. Personal, I stay in there. Miscellaneous, I do take out. And I just have 2 $5 bills in there, so I'm gonna set that to the side. Gas I'm going to take out, and we've got a 20, a 30, $1, $2, $3. I'm gonna set that to the side as well. Sports I don't pull out of, although I'm gonna start using my $1 bills, I think, for that, so we'll see. Buffer I'm gonna take out. I didn't even have to spend any of that this week, so that's nice. Pets I don't take out of, and then the boys' allowance money I also don't take out. Whatever they don't spend of their allowance, which so far this month my kids haven't even asked for their allowance money. So my philosophy is, I have these, you can see right there, sorry, on these green light cards, let me pull it out. On the green light cards, this is just a way to teach your kids how to save money. This is what they look like. If you're interested, please go and check them out. It's greenlight.com. It's like a debit card, and what happens is at the end of the month I will take this money, put it into my account, and then I will transfer it over onto this card. My kids, my rule in my house is that my kids save 30% of all of their money. So that is birthday money, that is Christmas money, that is their allowance. So they get $10 a week on their allowance if they've done all of their chores and all that fun stuff. And if they don't, then they don't get it. But they only get, anytime they get a $10 bill, they only get $7 of it. They have to save it. I like the green light card because it gives them the opportunity to go into the app. They can see exactly how much they're saving, how much they're spending. I can see where they're spending, which is important for this guy because he's 18. So even though he has a job and he usually has his own money and his green light card isn't in there, it is, he carries it because he's 18. A lot of times he'll get paid and he'll put his money on the green light card. He'll give me his money. I'll deposit it into my checking account. I'll transfer it over. We automatically set it to where it saves 30% of it. And then he has his card to buy whatever he wants with. He does pretty good, but I always do still put a $10 bill in here for him. Just in case for some reason he runs out of his paycheck money and he needs gas or something. You know what I mean? So anyway, so that is what we are collecting out of our cash envelopes this week. So my rollover is going to be 20, 30, no, 20, 40, 50, $3. And you guys know that have been around long enough to know, you guys know that I save every single $5 bill that I have. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to set this, what did I say, $53 aside, and we're going to allocate that somewhere else. So just so you guys know about that. All right, so we're going to get to stuff in here. So I didn't have time to go to the bank and get out all the denominations that I need. So I went through and just exchanged my monies for, like I had a whole bunch of tens in my cash envelopes, and so I just went and switched them out per as I needed to. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, and then we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Let's see, I think I counted that wrong. Did I misplace the money? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So 20, so that's 200, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, your girl here is messing up in her math. Let's try this again. I think I'm over focused on my money not being correct, or the bill's not being right. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300. 10, 20, 30, 40. That's right. Okay. I was concentrating on my bills not being in line like they're supposed to. And your girl has a hard time. Math is not my strong suit. This is why we do these cash stuffings, to be perfectly honest with you. Let me zoom you out just a little bit so we can get everything in frame here. And we're gonna go through what we got going on. So here's my 10s and my 20s. Here is my cash envelope situation. Let me turn that around so you guys don't try to steal my stuff, okay? And here is my cash envelope breakdown. Also, just so you guys know, this is just a temporary, this is a Michael's Recollections little budget notebook, or budget planner, but it's a temporary fix. Let me know, I'm gonna make my own planner. I'm working on making my own planner, which I will also share in the shop with you guys. Let me know if there's anything in the budget planners that are currently available on the market that you guys don't like, that you wish was in there, because I cannot find a budget planner that suits my needs, the way that I like things. So I just decided I'm gonna make my own, and I think I like coil, so I think that I'm gonna use a coil. I'm gonna do it on a coil, so if I can figure it out anyway. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, groceries, I budgeted for $100, but again, I left that money in my checking account because I'm gonna do online grocery pickup. Personal. Oh, first thing I wanna do is I have used up all of my gift cards for getting my nails done, so I'm actually gonna have to break into this personal account next week when I go to get my nails done. But I do give myself 40 and I also give my husband 40, although I don't write it in my cash envelope. So I'm gonna go ahead and take his 40 and set it aside because I don't want to be like, oh, how did I get this extra 40? So first up is personal, so I'm going to put 20 in there. Whoa. Whoa. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. I've been using up all of my gift cards that I've gotten, like gift certificates that I've gotten to get my nails done. That's basically the only thing that I do with my money. Miscellaneous will get 20 as per usual. And this just goes for anything that I might need. Gas is going to get 60, although you guys can see that my gas is starting to, my gas, I'm not using as much as what I thought I would be. So there's that. But I'm gonna keep stuff in 60 just in case. We gotta get in the routine of living outside of town. You guys know I just bought a house. Sports is gonna get 10. Let me see here. We did have a game this week. So we had 2 games this weekend. We have another game coming up tomorrow. And this is just for concession stands. You know, my kids are, the little one especially is like, I need a snack, I need a snack, I need a snack, I need a snack, I need a snack. You know what I'm saying? So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 in that bad boy. I think that I'm going to start putting my $1 bills in the sports because it seems like it's just easier to give him. You know, he's big enough he can get $1 and go over to the concession stand and buy it himself. As you guys know, we're not having to fund school at this moment in time. Family fun, we did spend all of that. Okay, we spent all of it. We have been working on our house, you guys. We bought a older house and there's some things in here that needs to be fixed. So we had some family over that was helping us do some things over the weekend. So I treated everybody to buckets of chicken from KFC. Buffer will get $20 as well. And Buffer is like my last resort. Like I have to spend all of my miscellaneous. I just always like to have a $20 bill in case I've spent all of my miscellaneous money, all of my grocery money, and we might need something and I don't want to have to swipe my debit card. So a lot of times I don't use this money, a lot of times I do. There's that. Pets is going to get 10 and we haven't yet, look at that old dollar bill. Isn't he just so cute? We haven't yet had to buy cat food or dog food or anything like that. We're on an adoption journey. We have 2 kittens and 2 puppies and it is a good time. Okay, it's a good time. But we had stocked up whenever we first got them and so we are just, you know, adding another $10 in here. I imagine by the end of the month it'll be time to buy pet food and all that fun stuff. And of course Jack will get 10. He is really good about helping out with the dogs. The cats really don't need anything. And so he's really good. Sorry. He's really, really good about doing that. Liam will get 10 as well. Liam is a little bit more on the spoiled side. He'll go out and he just wants to play with them. He wants to love them and play with them and all that fun stuff. And Ethan also gets 30. And that is our cash envelopes for this week. So we will set that guy aside. And then we're gonna go ahead and get stuffing our sinking funds. The little sinking funds that I can stuff anyway. Okay, so here is my sinking funds, and before you guys get all worried, I carry this one in my wallet because it has all of my cards and everything in it. I'm like having this type of thing rather than a wallet. I don't know why. Some people use the wallets and just put their cash that they're going to be carrying around with them like in their wallet, like, and use dividers or little skinny envelopes, which I think I'm going to make some of those and put them in my store as well. But this one and this one gets put in our safe after I get done doing these videos. So I know a lot of people are worried about having this much cash on hand. Like, my house is Fort Knox because we live out in the country, and we do safes. Like, we have some safes, okay? Anyway, clothing isn't gonna get any money this week. How much is in here? I feel like, oh, this is because I had been only putting 10 in there. Gotcha. And I exchanged the 10s out of here. Vacation also isn't getting anything this week. And graduation is a priority for us. So graduation will be getting a $20 bill. This is just something that we've been saving up for a while. Technically, I mean, if we can travel in May, then me and my graduate is gonna go to Rome. Car tags and taxes will get 10. We do have a vehicle that is due at the end of October. And in Missouri, we don't have really high car tags. I think that a 2-year tag is around $50, but we also have to get an inspection on that vehicle, so we will be stuffing money in here to cover those costs until the end of October. And there's that. Christmas will get 10 as well. And we do get Christmas Club. We do take out every $25 or $30 out of every single paycheck out of my husband's paycheck every week. So we do end up usually with about $2,000 in that Christmas Club by the time we close it out. But we want some extra things this year for like the boys' bedrooms and stuff like that in the new house. So we're gonna go ahead and just stuff a little bit extra just to see if we don't need it, we'll roll this over into savings. But I want to be able to have enough money to give. It's been a rough year for everybody, so I want to have enough money to give my kids a really nice Christmas this year. Car maintenance is going to get $10, and so we have $30 in there. We don't have any car payments, although we're getting ready to have to buy a new vehicle. We probably won't do that until November. But our vehicles we've had for a very long time. Home projects are not getting anything this time, and neither, oh, this is sports. Sports is not getting anything either this week. Medical will get 10. We have cars that are older. I mean, they're not older, like I have a 2011, but it's getting to the point where we're having to start putting work into it, and I think it's just time for us to get a new vehicle, and then that vehicle we're gonna buy a brand new one, and that vehicle should last us until our kids are out of school, and then I'll be able to buy what I want, which is a Jeep. But I just want like a regular Jeep. I don't want, like, you know, all the seating. But right now with 3 kids, we kind of have to have the seating. So we're gonna buy a brand new one. It's gonna last us hopefully until the little one gets out of high school, and then Mama's getting what she wants. So medical is gonna have 30 in there now. Back to school isn't getting anything because there's no need to fund that. And gifts is not going to be getting anything either. I don't know why that was open. Car insurance, we do pay for it currently. We pay for our car insurance per month, but I am using this sinking fund to add up the money that we're going to need for the future 6 months, so that whenever the 6 months is over, I'll have all of the money for our car insurance. And I'm just going based upon what our car insurance is now. This envelope might change depending on what our insurance goes up to once we buy a brand new car. So I'll adjust it at that time. But right now we only need $12, okay? So what we have is, I'm gonna take a 10, but I'm gonna take 2 of these $1 bills out of the extra money that I had this week, and I'm going to add it to here, and that is gonna be our $12. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. It's like $400 and some for 6 months for us. So, and that's with 2 cars, but we're older and our cars are older. Pets and medical is going to get $10. We have a lot of fees when it comes. Right now we're having a lot of vet visits because we rescued 2 puppies that were in really bad shape. You know, they had skin issues. One is currently having seizures for no reason. So that's $30 in there. They need all their shots. 1 out of the 2 of them is already neutered and chipped, but we got to do that to the other ones. And then the kittens are not yet old enough to, we rescued the kittens too. They were like abandoned. And the kittens are not yet old enough to do like vet visits yet, so we got them kind of quarantined in their space back there. So we don't want, you know, the one dog has some skin issues that we're taking care of, and I don't want that to transfer to the kittens, because then that's, you know, more I just don't want it to transfer to the kittens, because that's not nice, you know. And I also don't want, you know, to have to treat, I have to treat both dogs, but I don't want to have to treat all the 2 cats either. So I'm kind of keeping them separated for now. The kittens have 2 weeks to go before they are ready to get shots and stuff. So, and when we bought them, like, I left a certain amount of money in my checking account to cover their expenses, so that's the reason why I'm just saving up for future expenses, because I have already set aside the money to take care of them. And this is gonna go, I'm not putting anything into home savings this week, but I am gonna put this last $10 bill into house savings. So that is 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. This is just regular house savings. We're kind of starting over. This is for emergency house savings. We're kind of starting over as far as our savings accounts goes, because we were saving up so much money before we bought the house. We were saving more money than we were spending, for sure. And so we saved for about 3 years, and we had quite a bit of money set aside, so we were able to put down a pretty good sized down payment on our house. And then we had left about $10,000 into our savings account, which we are then now putting back into this house for things that need to be fixed. So basically we're kind of starting over for the future, okay? So $5 challenge, I only had 2 $5 bills this week, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my $5 bill envelope. And that is gonna be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. I'm gonna shove that back down in there. And I'm going to add over here. I always like to add the amount of money I add to my $5 challenge envelope. Because sometimes I think my family gets in it. We're not doing a debt snowball, and we're not doing 52 weeks. Somebody did ask me about 52 weeks last video, and so whenever I start this, I'll explain this more into detail. But it's a savings challenge where you can save like $1 one week, $2 the next week, $3 the next week after that, all the way up until the end of the year. So I will explain the 52 weeks like when I go to start it in January, the way that I'm gonna do it. Everybody does their savings challenges a little bit different, but I'm gonna do mine a certain way, but I won't start that until January because I wanna do it for a full year. So I will take this here $51. I'm gonna add this $1 bill back here to the back, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 $1 bills in there now. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these dollar bills. I think I'm gonna use it for concessions at sports, but I could change my mind. So then we have 50 bucks, and right now our priority going on in our house is to get our house in order. We have a lot of things that, it was an older house, they hadn't updated a bunch of things in the house, so the walls all need paint. I'm gonna put shiplap walls up, accent walls up in just about every single room in the house, except for the bedrooms. Well, my bedroom will have one. So it just needs some updating. And so I am currently in the mode, and then I'll have to decorate and all that kind of stuff. The things that I can do for myself, I'm gonna try to do, and I'm gonna let my husband do the big projects. Like, we have a 2-car garage, we have a shop out back that's like a 30 by 50, and then we have a detached garage, and we're gonna turn our garage that's attached to the house, we're gonna put another bedroom in there. And then we're also gonna put an office in there, and then we're gonna cut it in half because it's a 2-car garage. One half of it will be a bedroom and an office, and the other half of it will be a extra family room for the kids to go out and play PlayStation, and they don't have to take up my living room and stuff. So all of that has to be built. The things that I can do, like the painting and the shiplap walls, I'm going to do. So we're gonna just add this $50. Whoa, girl, whoa. We're gonna add this $50 into house projects, which is what home savings is. I know I have home saving on there, but it is for house projects. And this one is for saving, you know what I mean? Or like actual emergency fund saving for our house. I should have put home projects on there, but I didn't whenever I was making these cash envelopes. I was just so excited about it. So that's gonna put us with 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Wait, is that right? 20, 40, 60, 80, 130. So that is our current priority right now. We have a couple priorities. One is to get the house in order. We're gonna try and get it done before the end of the year. So we only have a couple months left to go. And then the other priority is to get all of our animals taken care of. It's a slow process to take care of animals, especially when you've rescued them from very bad situations. In our case, it was a hoarding case. These dogs were starving to death, and when I got them, one's a lab and one's a husky, and when I got them, they were 6 pounds and under, and they are 14 weeks old. So we are in the process of getting these babies healthy and ready to thrive in life, and it's costly, but it's well worth it. My kids love these animals already, and I'm more than happy to. There's so many animals out there that don't get homes and are just not taken care of very well, that I'm glad that I can at least adopt, rescue 2 dogs, 2 cats, moving in, having the plague and all the fun things kind of happened at once. We bought a house, we moved in, school started, we got these 2 dogs, and then 2 days later these kittens showed up. So we have been busy, but we are working through it. We are doing the best that we can. Like I said, it's a slow process by far, but we are getting it done. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you are new here, please stick around and hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next week for paycheck number 4.